Hi, this is Russell Stannard from teachertrainingvideos.com. As you can see, I'm not in my office today. I'm actually out here in Mauritius working and traveling. I've got a lovely idea for you today, and it's something that I published more than 20 years ago. It's a couple of ideas that we can use when we're getting students to describe pictures. So it's great for speaking, and if you apply these two ideas, it will really give your students a strong framework that will help them to feel like they're a bit more fluent and giving them the ability to describe a picture in a really kind of organized way. I'm also, for those of you that are really interested, going to do an advanced idea. So if you watch this video all the way through, you're going to get some great ideas every time you work with a picture. Really hope you like the video, and as always, if you do, please like it, please share it, please comment on it. I'd love to know if you've got your own ideas when you work with pictures. Let's get started.
I used to write lots of teachers' books for ELT, and I always used to include this in them because it's a really nice way of explaining to students how they can describe a picture in terms of the positioning. So this is the first part of the idea. So for example, you've got at the top, at the bottom, in the middle, etc., on the left, on the right, but you can also combine these. So you can say in the middle on the left, in the middle on the right. You can say, for example, at the top on the right, at the top on the left, at the bottom on the right, at the bottom on the left. So it's a brilliant way of helping students to kind of explain where things are in the picture. And immediately it gives them a sense of fluency because they can say things like, at the top on the right there is a chimney, or at the top on the left there are some clouds and a sun. Now that's the first idea. I'm going to show you one more idea about helping students to describe a picture, and then I'm going to show you an example of what I've done, and then I'm going to take it even to a further level and get your students to actually record themselves describing a picture. So let's look at part 2 of the idea now. When we describe a picture, we often talk, first of all, about the general things in the picture, what the picture actually is. Then we go into detail, and that's when we can use at the top, at the bottom, etc., because we can describe everything that's in the picture. And then we can personalize the picture and say, well, I like this picture because, or, you know, I like doing this. So this is a really useful model for students, and combined with the first kind of grammar tip that I've given you, you can really get your students to speak and describe pictures really well. And I do a lot of work with my students to get them to go from general to personal. Let me give you an example just to make it really clear, and I'll do an example first, and then I'm going to take this idea a little bit further. So if I was to model to students how to describe this picture, I would start with the general. So I might say something like, this is a picture of a house. It's in the countryside. The picture was taken in the summertime, as we can see. It's a lovely blue sky day, and it was actually taken very near to the border between Poland and Belarus. So that would be like the general, and then I might get more specific by saying, as you can see in the picture, the house is very, very colourful. If we look over to the right, we can see that there is a fence, and on the left we can also see that there are some bushes and also a fence as well. At the top we can see that there's actually a chimney on top of the house, and if we look in the middle on the right, we can see that there's a really nice entrance into the house. So that's when we start to give more detail. Now I'm going to personalize it, third part. This is a really nice picture for me to look at, and it gives me good memories of a trip that I took to that part of Poland. Very interesting for me because I'd never been near to the border with Belarus. We did lots of hiking. I went there with my wife and my wife's family about 2 years ago, and also the food is very different, blah blah blah. So that's the model: general, specific, personalize, and then using this on the left, on the right, or even combining on the left, at the bottom, etc. So really useful. Now I'm going to take this whole idea even further. What about doing this as an idea, particularly for homework with your students? Just a super quick piece of publicity. If you want to get more free videos, please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. There's always loads of videos on the front page that are all about language teaching, and I normally leave my favorite ones there on the opening page. You can sign up to the newsletter if you want to keep up with all the latest videos, and there's also a kind of free bit-by-bit video course for how to use technology to teach online that you might find quite useful, and that's completely free. And if you are interested in my paid courses, well, they normally advertise at the top of the screen. Let's get back to the video now. Now I'm going to show you a lovely tool called Screencast-o-Matic, which I talk about all the time. It's a free tool that we can use to record or get our students to record themselves describing a picture. All you need to do is click on record for free on that button there, and then click on launch free recorder. The first time it might take a few seconds. You have to kind of download a little app, but it's very, very simple to use, and you're going to see it now open up onto the screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to record myself basically describing that picture and then save it as a video. So the students could do this, and then they could share the videos with the teacher, or they could put them onto their Google Drive, or they could put them onto YouTube, or they could send them to their teacher, or upload them onto Edmodo or Moodle, all sorts of things. So we've opened up the recorder. Now once the recorder is opened, you can kind of minimize that web page. You don't need that anymore. And now all I'm going to do now is just simply move that recorder like that, and this could be the homework of the students to describe the picture. So I'm going to go through the process that I did a bit earlier, but I'll do it much quicker. So this is a picture of a house in the countryside. The picture is taken in Poland. It's actually taken in a part of Poland that borders with Belarus, near to Belarus, which is a country I've never visited, but also because it was a chance to do a lot of hiking and experience the local food. Stop. Just click on the pause button there, click on done, and that recording, I just click here on save and upload, that recording is now ready to share. So this is how easy your students could make and do for homework pictures, describing pictures, and using that model that I said of talking from general to kind of more specific to personal. Let me just play that back a little bit so you can listen. So this is a picture of a house in the countryside. The picture is taken in Poland. It's actually taken in a part of Poland that borders. Okay, so we can see that the recording works perfectly. Now we've got loads of options here. We could save it onto our Google Drive. So if the students have got a Google, then they could save it on their Google Drive, or we could just save it on their computer. So I'm just going to click on save as, and it will just simply open up. It just gives me a chance here to kind of put in a title, etc. So best to, as I say, click here to give it a name. Or it doesn't matter whatever name you're giving it, I'm just saying that you do that. And then I'm going to just save this on my desktop, and I click on publish. And that video is now being saved onto the desktop of my computer. And let's have a look on the desktop of my computer and see if that has worked. So if I look on the desktop of my computer, I can see there it is. Let's just see if it's worked okay. And this is how easy it would be. So this is a picture of a house in the countryside. The picture is taken in Poland. Absolutely fantastic, really easy way of getting students to make videos and get them to record themselves describing pictures. Okay, really hope you enjoyed that video. Please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. You can click along the top here, lots of different sections, lots of content on the opening page. Don't forget, if you want to follow my work, the best thing to do is to sign up to the newsletter. That way you get updated with all the blog posts, the webinars, the online courses, and of course all the latest videos. And at the moment, if you sign up, there's a free step-by-step course that you get sent every 4 or 5 days in how to use technology for teaching online. And if you want to contact me, perhaps to do some training with your organization, then you can contact me from the website. And thank you very much. And I'm going to share a few other videos that you might be interested in now on the screen around the whole topic of encouraging students to do speaking.